Welcome back to part 2. So we're going to finish the rest of today's lesson, and we're going to start with the end of the connections. Does social networks make more connected? So your last question on your note sheet says, for many users, Facebook is a main source of news and information. Some people think it exposes us to new and diverse ideas. Others think that it's an echo chamber, where we only hear perspectives we already agree with. In your experience, your personal experience, is Facebook causing us to become more or less open-minded? And how well do you think it's meeting its goal of bringing the world closer together? So to clarify what the difference between open and closed mindset are, open mindset would be you're open to new ideas, you're more willing to accept others' ideas, or keeping positive even when it's tough, while closed-minded people are ones who only think that their opinion is right and it's the only answer and everything like that. So let's watch this little quick video here from Mike Zuckerberg.
I want to take a step back for a minute, and I want to talk about our mission for a moment, and why I care about it so much, and why I think that the work that we're all doing here together is more important now than it's ever been. We stand for connecting every person, for a global community, for bringing people together. This idea of connecting the world has gotten stronger over the last century. You can now travel almost anywhere in the world in less than a day. Countries trade more openly and cooperate more easily than ever. And the internet has enabled all of us to access and share more ideas and information than ever before. But now, as I look around and as I travel around the world, I'm starting to see people and nations turning inward against this idea of a connected world and a global community. I hear fearful voices calling for building walls and distancing people they label as others. Everything we're doing is about building technology that brings people together. The path forward is to connect people. That's how we make progress together. Instead of building walls, we can help people build bridges. And instead of dividing people, we can help bring people together. We do it one connection at a time.
So now that we watched that video, go ahead and answer that last question there if you have not already. So now we're going to move into something a little bit more fun. Or maybe fun. We're going to be learning about number staircases. Let me show you. This right here is a number staircase. As you can see, some of the numbers are missing here on the left. Well, in order to fill them in, these are what the answers would be. I want you to take a second. I want you to actually pause this video and figure out, how did they get 3 here? How did they get 5? What about 8 down here? What about 1? How the heck are they getting these numbers? And where are they coming from? Now that you have paused the video and thought about how it's connected, we're actually going to look, and I'm going to give you one little hint, especially if you didn't figure it out, and that's totally fine. Did you notice here, if I add 2 plus 1, I get 3. And 1 plus 1 gives me 2. Okay. So then what about on this side over here? Would it also be plus 1? Actually, no. It'd be plus 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Well, where the heck are they getting these numbers? Let's look at the other side. 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. How are these working? How are these making a connection? So some things we need to consider are each row cannot have the same number more than once, because it wouldn't be a pattern and it just wouldn't work, right? Caution, 0 cannot be used, but you can use two-digit numbers, so like 20, 10, 30, 40, 45, 50, and so on and so forth. So we can't have 3, 3, 3, we can't have 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 4, so on and so forth. So we can't have several rows in a row. So how the numbers in each row increase is by the same amount each time. Well, this increased by 1 each time. Because look, from here to here is one connection. They have one connection. They also have one connection. This one right here, this 3 has 2 connections. It's connected twice to 2 different people, so that way they have more connections. And this 5 right here has 3 connections, 1, 2, 3 that it's attached to. So 3 plus 5 is 8, and 5 plus 3 is 2 plus 3 is 5, and so on and so forth, just like 1 plus 2 is 3. And let's look at another example here, and I actually want you to pause this one. I want you to try to figure out this one on your own. What do you think the pattern is going to be? From 5 to 7 is how much, and then from that, how much is that? So I noticed a pattern here. 5 to 7. 5, 6, 7. So that would be a plus 2. Then from 7 plus 2 is going to give me what? And this bottom little bubble here. It's going to give me 9. Now 9 has 2 connections, right? So I have a pattern here. This is adding 2. So 5, 7, and 9, right? Now I have 3, something, and 9. What plus 3 will also be the same amount to get me to 9? Well, I know that I could honestly find the slope of this. 9 divided by 3 would be 3. So I know that I'm going to add 3 plus a 3 to give me 6. Okay, so on the left side here, we increased by 2. So like I was saying, from 5 to 7, that would be a plus 2. And then we would also have another plus 2, because this is going to continue on down the line. Now remember, we didn't know from what the amount from here to here was, or from here to here. But we did know the amount here, which would definitely be a 6. Okay, I can also say, okay, from here to here is 6, but I need 2 plus somethings to give me 6. Well, they have to be the same number, so that would be 3. Or you could take 9 and divide it by 3 and figure out that this would increase by 3 each time. Okay, so there's some patterns that we reviewed today. We looked at Facebook, connections, those are patterns, how it's increasing, how it's decreasing. Now I want you to go into Summit and I want you to do your checkpoint 100% completely honest. It'll probably be one of the easiest checkpoints that you ever do. So go ahead, get on Summit and do your checkpoint.